Hello. Today's topic is going to be on taking a tough decision calmly. Life is filled with curveballs, and very often we find ourselves at a crossroads, not knowing what to do. Shall I do one or the second option? And it's so difficult for us to think with a clear head and heart. That's the experience I'm going to share today. So, if you're in a really tough situation, the first thing that you really need to do is to distance yourself physically and emotionally. You could take a walk, go for a picnic, have coffee, whatever it takes for you to recharge and recover and get your emotions to ground zero. Do that, distance yourself. Then sit down and write down the pros and cons of each decision. If it were a job change, what happens if you stay on in your job? And what are the advantages of your new prospects that you can see? Note it down. Now, typically, after this, people would take their decision. I would say don't do it right away. Go back and redistance yourself. Get more perspective, get more time out. This is especially important for relationship related tough decisions. Once you redistanced yourself, sit down and review your list of pros and cons. See if you want to add something, delete something, review and check and prioritize. And notice as to what are the two or three things that are really important for you that you wouldn't like to give up. This is very important to prioritize. Once you've prioritized and reviewed your list, let me tell you, you're in a very good space to give yourself advice. To do that, be your own best friend. Remember that friend you would call up and say, hey, I'm really stuck. Can you tell me what to do? Here, you can be your own best friend and you know your context better. So do that to yourself. Get it with perspective. And finally, be very kind to yourself and ease into your new situation. So if it's a relocation, a new school, a new job, a different relationship, remember the starting will always be a little difficult, irrespective of how much you've thought it through. Don't criticize yourself. Ease yourself, pat yourself on the back, learn, and gradually, with practice, you will start taking far more sound decisions. Thank you so much for watching this. Follow me as I share my own life's nuggets or insights. Thank you and see you next week. And do remember to post your comments in terms of what you liked or what you learned in the comments box. Bye bye.